Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you 10 lines you should include in your system prompt to get better, more consistent output from your AI coding agents. A system prompt is basically a piece of text that gets pre-appended to every task you run. It gives your agent extra context: who you are, how you like to code, what level of explanation you want, and how you want your project structured. Think of it like a permanent developer profile that Sculptor uses behind the scenes every time you ask it to do something. This is super useful, so let's dive in. Start with something like, I'm a senior software engineer specializing in full stack development. If you say senior engineer, the AI will keep explanations minimal. If you say mid-level or junior engineer, you'll often get more detailed walkthroughs and reasoning. Or you can mix the two. Write code as if I'm a senior engineer, but explain it like I'm a junior developer. That's one of the best ways to get both high quality code and clear teaching. Next, clarify whether you're doing a quick prototype or a production-ready build. If you're prototyping, you can say optimize for simplicity and speed of implementation. Skip the tests and focus more on getting a working MVP. If you're productionizing, you can say write production-grade code with full test coverage, robust error handling, and clean separation of concerns. This will help Sculptor decide whether to scaffold out a quick demo or a fully structured project. Next, add guidelines around how you want the code structured. For example, you can say componentize UI elements wherever possible, add to-do comments for unfinished features, document functions with concise explanations above each definition, follow clean code principles and consistent naming conventions, and the more you define your code philosophy, the more Sculptor will match your team's actual style. Next, sometimes having your goals have trade-offs, like speed versus memory usage. You can clarify, prioritize execution speed even if the implementation is more complex, or optimize for minimal storage usage even if it slightly increases runtime. These cues help agents make consistent design choices across prompts. If you primarily use a certain tech stack like Next.js, Tailwind, Supabase, or Prisma, you should mention it. For example, all front-end components should use React with TypeScript and Tailwind CSS, or something like use Supabase for authentication and database operations. Next, if you care about UI details, include guidelines like follow a minimal, clean design aesthetic with consistent spacing and responsive layouts. This will help the agent keep visual consistency when building front-end features. You can even shape how the AI talks back to you, so for example, explain your reasoning step by step in plain language, or keep responses concise, no more than 10 lines unless asked. Next is error handling. Many developers always forget to include this, but you can say, always handle edge cases gracefully and provide fallback values, or include defensive programming checks for null, undefined, or unexpected data. It may seem obvious to a human, but sometimes you need to state the obvious to the AI agent, or it won't do it consistently. This pushes the agent towards writing more resilient and production-safe code. If you're working in a shared production-level codebase, you can instruct the AI agent to generate a small test suite for any new component or API endpoint, or include console logs and temporary debug output to validate behavior. I use the second line a lot, and it really saves me a lot of time. And lastly, give your tool rules for what not to do as well. This is more useful than you might think it is. For example, never expose API keys or secrets, or always ask for clarification before making destructive changes, or default to creating new files rather than modifying existing ones without confirmation. These rules can help prevent big mistakes when you're working on a large codebase. So these are 10 examples of what to include in Sculptor's system prompt. You don't need all of them, even 2 or 3 of these can make your workflow much smoother. The key idea is that once you define it once, the agent will always have that context without you having to type it out each time. Hope this helps.